In today's video we have our first races on Le Mans Ultimate, one of the hottest and biggest sim races out right now on Steam. There's a lot of crashes, a lot of drama, and a lot I need to learn. Let's get straight into it.
Green flag, green flag.
And off we go. Don't know this track whatsoever. Never done a night race. This is going to be a massive crash compilation, as we are about to see. I'm going to give him some space, as there's already a big massive crash. Turn 1 antics like normal, as we manage to clear a few spaces. He's not going to budge. As we've got a Porsche off the track, we can wiggle through. We've got a crash behind us. Gained a few positions here. We have gained a few positions. We've got the Beamer right in our slipstream. He's going to make the move. We're going to give him that space on the outside. We don't want to get into any crashes here on lap 1. We don't want to get into any crashes. That Mercs ran awfully wide. So have he. We followed him. This Beamer's making a push on the inside. We're just going to stay in the slipstream of the Merc. Got that Lexus coming up on the outside. But we're just going to stay in the slipstream. As the Beamer's knocking us. As the Beamer goes straight into the back of the Merc. This is surprisingly been alright. I don't know this track whatsoever, so the plan here is to just try and stay behind them to follow that race line, because I have absolutely no idea anything about this track. And we broke there for no reason at all. We're very late on the brakes. Big send. Nearly got round the Merc then. That was very dangerous driving by me. We dive bombed for the Merc. Didn't go very well, as we have now fallen further back. Still in the slipstream though, but this Beamer is still hugging the back. He does seem quite sketchy. So we want to try and avoid him. Oof. Came in very hot for that corner. We lost a little bit of time again to the Merc. That Beamer's now gone for a dive. We're just going to stick up our inside line there. Collision. Probably my fault, to be honest. We're going to give him some space, tuck behind him, and hopefully he doesn't hit the brakes, and we go straight into the back of him. Hit the brakes there for no reason, as we get a fair bit of wobble. Getting really wobbly here. Still on the back of the Beamer. He's gone awfully wide there. That Lexus has got a massive jump on us. Just going to stay on the back of the Beamer into the final chicane here. Dive up the inside. Lovely little send. Managed to get away from the Beamer there in that final little chicane. Now we just got to try and catch up to this Merc. We've had a clean lap 1. Clean lap 1. That's all we wanted. think we're all good there on the track limits. If we can just stick with this mark, I'll happily take a P10 in my first race, considering we started from way back up the grid. And someone's off, I think. Someone's off. We're in P10. Great start. And Merc was very heavy on the brakes there. Hopefully we can pull on him on the slipstream here. Going to see if we can get up on the left-hand side of him before this corner. Hopefully we got the pace. Is he going to give us space though? We're neck and neck pretty much. Pretty much neck and neck. As he's going to start pushing us wide, we're going to have to back off that little bit of contact. He doesn't seem to want to budge. He definitely doesn't want to budge, give us any space at all. Still got that Beamer behind us, but we've got a 1.8 second gap. Hopefully we can hold this. The Merc's 0.5, so we're still within slipstream distance. As long as we can maintain the speed. We were definitely quicker than him in the last section, so hopefully we can keep that up. The Merc, again braking very early. And we're going to be right up behind him now out of that corner. Slightly pulling away from the BMW behind us, and we've slightly gained on the Merc. We can see 8th and 7th just in front, going around that bend now. So we do have some catching up to do. Oh, we've broke there for no reason. Oh, we're very late on the brakes. That is completely my fault. That is horrible driving. Uh-oh. That is horrible driving. Very late on the brakes. Again, don't know the track. Don't know the track whatsoever. Very dirty tactics there. Was not purposely done. Could give him back the position, but I don't think I'm going to. We want to try and get as high as we can. But the problem now is we're in front and we don't know the track. As you've just seen then, absolutely horrible. And we're going to be very late into the braking again. Didn't even mean to rejoin like that. Lost traction on the mud. Back into P11, and there's a big group of us now. But we're not leading, which is the main thing. Kind of glad the Merc's gone back past, because I did feel quite bad for that overtake. So at least he's back in front. We've still gained a lot of positions here. As I've hit the brakes for no reason at all, thinking there was a corner coming up, and there wasn't. Definitely pulled away from the Porsche there. We've gone a little bit wide. Managed to maintain it. This is where we caught up to the Merc. Last lap. We've gained some more time on the Merc again. Through the same corners as lap 1. Coming up to these final chicanes now. P11. What is the Beamer doing? What is that Beamer doing? We're going to have to check the replay for that one. I have no idea what happened, but for some reason, the Beamer just completely slowed down. And the Merc slowed down with him. And I've gone straight into the back of him. So we're going to have to check the replay for that one.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Wait.
And the Beamer's tried to get revenge. The Beamer's definitely pissed about that. And that's our engine gone. we've had a horrible start. The lights have gone green, but we've had a horrible start. Upshifted to second gear for some reason. Had a few people start in the pits. We'll see how we do. It's actually daytime. I can actually see. I know the track. Didn't manage to get a qualifying lap in. As there's carnage up ahead. That's fully made me crash. That's fully made me crash. We're on the track still. We're somehow on the track. There's crashes everywhere. What is going on? We've got quite a bit of damage here. It's a question of, do we pit and lose a lot of time as someone else is now off the track? Do we pit to repair damage, or do we just commit? We're probably going to be a lot slower. Everyone's going nuts in the chat. That guy's definitely getting some abuse. I think it's best to pit, to be honest. We're probably going to be in a race by ourselves as someone else goes off the track. I think we're going to have to pit here. As we hit the wrong button. As someone else goes off the track. Gonna have to go for a pit, unfortunately. We're gonna lose a lot of time here, and we're probably gonna be racing ourselves, but we have nothing else to do here. We got damage straight away from that. 43 seconds. It's one of them. We're gonna have to check the replay on that one to see what happened there, but as soon as they started spinning, I just had to slam the brakes and it just completely spun out. So as we've seen from the footage, it was indeed the Merc who caused that crash. He obviously tried to overtake from on the inside, whilst on the grass. No idea why he's done that. Horrible method for an overtake, but nonetheless he tried, so we'll give it to him. I'll skip the rest of the footage, to be honest, because as soon as we left the pits, we were just racing ourselves for the remainder of the race, the whole 17 minutes. The only positive was that we brought the gap to P11 from 1 minute down to 8 seconds by the time we crossed the finish line, but other than that there was nothing to it. We were just racing round by ourselves, so we'll skip that part and we'll get straight into the final race of the video.
Green flag, green flag.
And off we go, green flag. We didn't have the best races yesterday. We're going to try and improve that today. We've decided to go for the Mercedes instead of the McLaren, and we don't want any problems. We're going to try and avoid crashes, clean racing today, hopefully. Going to let off here a little bit just in case people do. And it is literally a repeat of yesterday. Bunch of people crashing. We managed to get through unscathed, thankfully, but we are on cold tyres, so we do need to be careful. I'd imagine there'll probably be quite a few more people that are going to crash on the next few corners. See if we can can get a bit of pace here in the slipstream, and the McLaren and the Ferrari. McLaren makes an overtake on the right hand side. We're going to try and make an attack on the left before the chicane. Nice little overtake there, as we had a horrible line coming through that chicane. We've made it through lap 1 unscathed. No damage, no corner cuts, no collisions. We're in P8. We've gained quite a few positions. Now it's just about maintaining the pace, looking after the tyres, and avoiding all collisions is a must. As someone's in the pit, which puts us in P7. It's our first proper run lap. The tyres are getting warm. This is where we can test ourselves and start pushing. Hopefully do better than yesterday. Those first 2 races were absolutely horrible. I think the Ferraris let off there around that hard sweeping right hand. Ferrari goes for a dive but backs out. We're off the track. We have got the Ferrari on the right hand side. We are going to have to give him some space as he forces his way back in. We've also got the Beamer on the right hand side of us as well. Neck and neck out of that corner. We've got 3 of us lined up. Oh, we get a little bit of contact. Wasn't meant to do that. Gonna let them fight it out. Someone's off the track, it seems. We're into P10 now. Lost a few positions there, but I'd rather lose positions and have contact and have damage. We go wide through there. Hopefully we can get a cleaner exit. Hold some pace. 1:46.7, so we're already quicker than our times yesterday. I was doing some practice runs before and I was getting 1:43s, so hopefully we can bring that pace back. It's not quick by any means, but it's a lot better than yesterday. As we come flat round here once again. Lap 3 now. Everyone's starting to spread out a little bit, so hopefully we're a little bit safer. We get a really bad exit there. Got this BMW right behind us now. As the Lamborghini seems to make a little mistake. Pulled away from the Beamer slightly through that corner. Got a little bit of chop. Little frame drop there. Strange. Was a little bit choppy there. As we hope to get a much better exit out of here, which we do. The Beamer's still right behind us. Only 0.4. That Lamborghini is pulling away. So hopefully we can gain some pace back. Much better entry in there and exit. Game is getting a little bit choppy, but we did gain on that Lamborghini then. 1:42.8, so the pace is definitely improving. Not sure why the game was a little bit choppy there. Hopefully it's a server issue and it sorts itself out. We don't want to be getting any DNFs or kicked out. And maintain the pace through here again. Hopefully we're slowly catching that Lamborghini and we are getting away from the Beamer as we catch up to quite a big group here. Very good exit out of there, definitely a lot quicker than that Lamborghini. hoping someone makes a mistake here, so we can gain a few more positions. Everyone seems to be very bunched up here. We are still in the slipstream of that Lamborghini, but there is a fair few people bunched up here. If we play our cards right, hopefully we can gain some positions. Going to brake a little bit earlier, as one of the McLarens runs wide. Get a lovely exit through there. Oh, the BMW behind us has crashed. We are now hugging the Lamborghini. There is a lot of us stacked up here. Hopefully we can gain some positions. We are going to brake early again, just to try and minimise mistakes. We do not want to hit anybody here. We're in a very good position. Taking a hit on the lap time, but we are now clogged up behind everyone, so we are going to take a hit, but we don't mind being in this slipstream whatsoever. That McLaren, that Ferrari on the right definitely seems to be quite slow. Oh, he's all over the shop. Off he goes. Gained the position. Now we're going to brake early again here, because we're in a bit of an awkward one. There's a little bit of contact there with the McLaren. There is a little bit of contact there. Just going to back off a little bit. We don't want to make any mistakes. We've now got that Merc right behind us, but we are still fighting here. P8 now. Hoping to maintain this pace. Still got the opportunity here to gain some positions. We're in a much better position today than we were in yesterday's race. Definitely a lot quicker through there than the McLaren, but the Mercedes seem to hold as well. See if we can get the pace on the slipstream here before the corner. Can't imagine so. Send it. Lovely overtake. The McLaren and Mercedes neck and neck behind us, but we've gained another position. P7 now. Let's hope we got the pace to get away from these two and hopefully catch back up to the Lamborghini as we hit a 1:44.1. So the Lamborghini once again has got a quicker lap time than us, but we are getting slowed down quite drastically here, sitting behind people. Let's see if we can gain some distance on that McLaren, and hopefully he doesn't come into the back of us here when we slow down for the chicane. We were very late on the brakes. So was he. We are definitely going to get a... Oh, we didn't even get a corner cut somehow, but we lost that position again to the McLaren. We have lost that position to the McLaren. P8 again. It's all good. Oh, as the McLaren spins off. The McLaren spins off out of that corner. Back into P7. We have got that Mercedes 0.4 behind us. And the Lamborghini at 2.3 ahead. But we're hoping, now we've got some clean air, we can start putting some good laps in. Hopefully start catching that Lamborghini as well. A horrible exit there. Do not have the best exit there. Let's just hope this Mercedes behind us doesn't give us too many issues and that we can gain some time as we run a little bit wide there, very wide in fact. The Mercedes is going to come up the inside. We're going to have to give him that position. There's nothing we can really do about that. P8. It's looking good. Got the McLaren and the Ferrari behind us as well as we're slipstreaming here on this Mercedes. Not sure if he's going to give us the space here. But we're going to force our way in anyway. We're going to hug the inside. He is going to have the inside route here for the first chicane. as we brake very late once again. We're going to have to let him go in front to rejoin. I think we're going to lose another position here to that McLaren. We are. But he seemed to back off. I think he was giving us that position. We definitely fumbled that chicane there, but hopefully we can make a comeback as we go wide through there. Not looking good. Starting to fumble a little bit. We'll definitely take a P8 as long as we can maintain this position. We've got the Lamborghini now behind us. Get some good pace there. Very good pace out of the exit of that chicane. We've definitely pulled away from that Lamborghini. Second behind now. And 2.4 seconds behind to that Mercedes in front. We're having a good battle there until I had a horrible exit out of that entry into that chicane. But as long as we can maintain this distance and set some good lap times, we should be okay, hopefully. As we set a 1.5, pretty much a 1:45 flat. 2.8 seconds to that Mercedes in front and 0.6 to the Lamborghini behind. We don't want to make any mistakes here. A P8 is definitely a good position for us. It's been a fairly clean race as well, which is good for the safety rating. As we don't mess up the entry. Had a little bit of a mess on the exit, but we didn't cut the corner. Downshift into second through these corners here. Definitely had a very slow entry there. That Lamborghini is hunting us. Still 0.7, so we're still maintaining some good distance. But the cars in front are slowly starting to pull away, which isn't ideal. So we brake very early into this chicane. Hopefully we hold some good pace through it, which we do, as long as that's not a track limits. It may very well be. I think we're all good. Pulled away from the Lamborghini in that chicane there, and we also gained 0.8 on that Ferrari in front. We're still in for a chance here. 6 minutes left on the race clock. As long as we can set some good laps and not make any mistakes ourselves. Could potentially be on to a P7, P6 if we can play our cards right. But nonetheless, we do take a P8. Be our highest finish position. Most of the races we've done have been DNFs, unfortunately. We've only managed to finish one race, which was that Monza in the last video. But that wasn't ideal at all. 53-second pit stop. Killed our race pretty much. Looks like the Ferrari had a bad exit there onto the gravel. Looked like he had a bad entry as well. Still 1.6 to the car behind. Seems like the Beam has overtaken the Lamborghini. 1.4 behind. And the cars in front are at a 2.6. So still in chasing distance, but we'll have to see how it plays out. Hopefully one of them can make a mistake and we can gain a free position. That may be a track limits. Very, very heavy on the exit. That is going to be a track limits, unfortunately. But on a positive note, we did pull away from the car behind and gain on the car in front. So there is some pros to the corner cut, just not ideal for the safety rating. What lap are we going to pull here? We are a little bit quicker on the Delta. Maybe by the finish line we won't be. We're just negative by the Delta. Lost a little bit of time there. 1.9 to the cars in front, 1.7 to the cars behind. Ferrari seems to be getting left a little bit from the group up ahead. Hopefully he does make a mistake. Last lap he made a mistake into this chicane. We'll see if he repeats himself. Didn't seem to gain or lose much, to be honest. So we're going to go gently round here. We don't want to make any mistakes ourselves. Slowly pulling from the cars behind. As we nearly make a mistake there. Running a little bit wide out of that right-hander. We managed to grab it and maintain. But we did lose a little bit of time to the Ferrari in front. 3 minutes left on the clock. So we've got 2 laps as we brake very early again for this final chicane. We don't want to get a corner cut here. Keep it within the track limits, but the cars behind are slightly gaining. 1.5 now behind. We are just hoping for a mistake here from the Ferrari, and hopefully not from ourselves. It wasn't a great final corner. It was not a great final corner. 2 minutes 29. Probably got 2 more laps left to maintain position at a minimum. But if we can gain a few more positions, we wouldn't say no. The Ferrari does seem to be out by himself. The Mercedes is 2 seconds ahead of him, but he does seem to be by himself. We're both in clean air. Hopefully he makes a mistake into this chicane, like he has done a few times. No, it seems to be us that makes the mistake, giving the cars behind a chance to catch up. The Ferrari's slightly off track, kicking up a little bit of gravel. But he has gained on the Mercedes in front. We have pulled away from that Lamborghini behind. That Lamborghini and BMW seem to be having a nice little battle behind us. Only a few more laps now, we don't want to make a mistake. We brake very early once again. Clean exit though, but this Lamborghini is slight. Oh, I don't think they're even catching, still 1.8 seconds. It's been a clean race so far, cannot complain. It's been clean on the safety rating, no crashes, which is good. We have given that Lamborghini a little bit of time on catch up as we head into the final lap. This is the final lap now. P8 isn't too bad. I believe we started in, I can't remember what we started, P20, P19. I think we started. A P8 finish isn't bad by any means. Just don't want to make any mistakes now on this final lap. The pressure is slightly on. We will brake slower going into these corners because we really don't want to make a mistake. Can we have any last lap crashes from these guys ahead? We wouldn't mind a free position as the Lamborghini really gains on us. We're being far too cautious on this final lap and we may drop down into P9. We're trying to be extra cautious on the final lap. We don't want to make any mistakes. We have given this Lamborghini a lot of time behind. He has caught up massively. As we slide a little bit coming out of that corner, he is 0.5 behind. One final corner to go before the finish. As long as we don't mess up this final corner, should get a P8, but we don't want to make any mistakes here. We're going to slow right down to avoid making any mistakes. The Lamborghini's going to hug us and I think we've done it. I think we've got a P8. Best finish we've had so far. And we take a P8. not too bad. Cannot complain with that. So guys, that is the end of the video. Good 3 first races, to be fair. The first 2 were quite bad. Didn't have the best of times in the first 2, but that final race was a good way to end the video. If you did enjoy this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Much appreciated it. Still got a lot to learn with the sim racing, but we're going to slowly get there. Every video is going to get better and better. Just wanted to give a shout out to Will Overtake as well. He's been a massive help making this video, so I do really appreciate it. I'll leave his channel link in the description below, as well as all the socials for my sim racing accounts. But I do appreciate you all watching, and catch you in the next one.